but this is literally happening. So they finally decided to end up lower on the branch here, and this ball is developing as we watch. And I am in the middle of this. I got no protection on. They are landing on my hands. I have 3 of them just crawling on my hand right now. And this ball is forming as I watch. Like, this is amazing. So they ended up low to the ground, which is exactly where I want them. This ball is going to grow, so the queen is in there somewhere. Now, I will attempt to capture this. I think there's a small chance I might just email the local bee community and see if someone else wants to come get this. I just don't know that I have the capacity right now. I'm not sure. Yeah, I have a bee that's just hanging out on my hand. And I know this isn't the clearest. Let me go this way so I'm not looking into the sun. But that is the ball. It's forming. And as I've said before, they don't care about me, because I am just, all they care about is getting to the queen and protecting the queen. And so they will, that is the swarm. That's what we call the football, as it were. And they're going to be on these branches. And so what I will probably try and do if I get it is I'll cut back these branches here, just so I have clearer access that's dead anyway. And then I will potentially cut that branch to lower it down on top of the box. If I can find the queen, that's definitely what I'll do. I'll try and get her first and then lower that branch down. But this is amazing. I actually don't think I've ever been able to stand around long enough to find them, you know, see them finally find this place. And they were all over. They were way up there, they were way over there, and they've just coalesced 6 feet off the ground, which is exactly what you want as a beekeeper. So I'll let them do their thing, and kind of, they'll eventually all coalesce here over the next few minutes. They're still flying all over. You can see them flying all over the ground here. You can see them in that. And, you know, they're still up in the air up there a little bit. So over the next 2-3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, they'll form into a pretty big ball. Like I said, I'm not getting a cherry, won't get stung, but I am in the middle of this entire swarm. They could care less. You know, you can come up here, you can see that they're there. They really don't care about me. They're landing on my skin. And normally these are bees that would be stinging. So like, there's one. I know it's hard to see. Sorry, this is a streaming app. And they're just hanging out. One just landed on my neck. That's exciting. And she flew away. And so the swarm is, yeah, it's crawling up my neck. I can see in the reflection. I guess you can't see the reflection of my phone or on my shirt. Sorry, I'm having a really hard time with the sun seeing this anymore. So, but that's great. It's just fun to actually see the swarm take place and see them come together in the midst of it all. So there, I think that's cool. Hopefully, yeah, I mean, just in the time we've been here, that has gone from, you know, not a whole lot to bigger. And again, I can get really close to it and you can see all those bees doing their thing right there. And like I said, they're still all flying around right down here, all around me. Sorry for that. I obviously live right by road, so the cars just keep going back and forth. But I'm going to step in one more time. It is nearing the end of work, and this is a busy road right now because of some construction. But I'm going to stop talking for a few seconds, see if you can hear the buzzing. I actually have a wireless mic, so let me just hold it up there. All right, so I keep having them land on my neck, which I'm not terribly excited about. And my head. So I am gonna actually walk away just a little bit. They keep going off, it's not a big deal, but you can see again, it has, I wish I could zoom, but I think with the streaming thing I can't. But yeah. And the sun keeps coming out. All right, cool. I'll show you when it's done.